Is there a problem with that number? How can 75% consider themselves the top 10? Something is askew there. Or as Groucho Marx put it, only one man in 1,000 is a leader of men. The other 999 follow women.
Nah.
So if you're a woman, you're already far ahead of the game here. Particularly for 21st century leadership. Trust me. Your personal leadership ability is the #1 constraint in what you can achieve in the 21st century. Of all, whatever opportunity you pursue, particularly what you are doing here. But anything outside of this room, the #1 constraint to achieving anything you want in the 21st century is your ability to lead. So let me give you the 100% reality. Let me break this down. How the responsibility always falls on the leader. Like it or not, leadership has 100% responsibility at all times. Let me just give you some for instances. If a company gets in trouble, what do?
Get a new boss.
They fire the CEO. Team starts losing, what do?
Fire the coach.
They fire the head coach. The country's not doing well.
Election.
$1 trillion economy built up of all these different organizations, all these people, all these different groups of leaders, but the country gets in trouble. What do people want to do? They want to oust the president. Why? Because ultimately, leadership does have all responsibility. So if you're going to take on leadership, just know this. You're it. If it's to be, it's up to you. All the time, every time. As Napoleon said, there are no bad soldiers under a good general. So, building a 21st century leader. Let's now build you up as a 21st century leader. And then how do you find 21st century leaders? And how do you get the people you want to do what you want? That's what we're going to solve here for you. How do you get the people you want to do what you want? All right. So there are 3 very, very, very important questions that we need to solve for. And if you get the answer to these questions, you have the equation solved. Here they are. Number 1, what attributes do you want in the person you recruit? What are you looking for? So, this is going to require some group participation. You can pull out inside, if you got a magazine, Success Magazine on your chair. Yep, I had them put in there a piece of paper. Is there a piece of paper in there? You can pull that sucker out. Here's the question I want you to answer out loud. Think of the greatest leaders in our country today, the most successful people. They could be the late Steve Jobs, Richard Branson, Oprah Winfrey, Carl, Michael, John. Just have an image in your head about who these people are. These incredible, great leaders. And then I want you to use one word to describe them. What attribute would you use to describe them? Say it out loud. Fearless.
Integrity.
Charismatic. Visionary. Driven. Integrity. Passionate. Courageous. Creative. Focused.
Loyal.
Innovative. Okay, this is going to be one of the most rich experiences you do, okay? This is going to solve for all you need to become and all you need to find in developing yourself as a leader. So take that worksheet, and I want you to write the 12, if you could design the perfect recruit, the best person in the world, 12 attributes that they had. What attributes would you want them to have? And write that in the 12 spaces. Some of those attributes that we talked about: focused, passionate, productive, visionary, driven, motivated, responsible, diligent. Just what attributes do you want? Just write them down. This is really important you identify what to look for when you're out in the world trying to recruit people of great character. What character do you want? Write it down. Even if you think you're too cool for worksheets, just do it. Part of the process. Just play cool out. You can throw it away later and go, ah, that guy's crap. Just do it for now. Just see what comes out, okay? You need some brainstorming. Throw out some more. Focus.
Goal
teachable. What else is on your list? Driven, passionate, teachable, transparent, likable, consistent, truthful, fiery,
charismatic,
self-starter, hardworking. Get at least 10. I mean, this is like if you had a genie in a lantern and you could design the ideal person. You wouldn't want to leave any extra goodies off. So get it down. Okay, another 30 seconds, so write fast. Okay? All right. So now I have two other really key questions for you to fill this out. Number 2 question is, what attributes would that person, the one that you described with all those attributes, if somebody had every one of those attributes, it'd be a pretty incredible person, wouldn't it?
Yes.
What would they want in a sponsor? What would they want in a leader? What kind of person would they want to be in business with? All the attributes that you just described, what kind of person do they want to be led by? And then the third critical question is, do you have and demonstrate every one of those attributes? Crap. What I have just identified for you is 2 things. 1, the kind of person you're looking for.
Yep.
And number 2, the kind of person you need to become. So that you can actually attract and lead this kind of a quality person. You've just created your personal development plan. And I left you 5 spaces to take your top 5 leaders, and I want you to rate them. So you see the far right one has you, and I want you to take the attributes on the left and say, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the best, how much of this attribute do I possess, but more importantly, do I demonstrate consistently to everybody around me? And rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10. And then, later, as homework, take your top 5 leaders and rate them. You will do 2 things. Number 1, you will identify if you have some of the wrong people. And number 2, you will identify how you can help them to develop some of these attributes where they might be lacking. That is necessary by your vision of what a leader, a great person in the marketplace looks like, acts, and is by character. Okay? So do the rest of that as a homework assignment, but that will be your roadmap for leadership going forward. I promise you. All right, let's march forward.
That's cool.
There it is. And the key question always becomes, would you want to be sponsored by you? You want that to be your response, but if the answer is, oh, not so sure. Like if you could walk in this room, right now, and you could go up and down the aisles looking at every single person, get to know and watch them for the next 2-3 days. At the end of the event, would you, out of everybody here, pick you to be sponsored by? And until you can say, oh, hell yeah, you got some work to do. And figure out what that deficiency is, all right? So, my personal mentor, Mr. Jim Rohn, said, if you want to be a leader who attracts quality people, the key is to become a quality person. Harold S. Green, who was the president of the ITT Corporation, put it this way: leadership is practiced not so much in words as in attitude and action. And our former president, John Quincy Adams, said, if your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, and do more, and become more, you are a leader. You cannot say the same if that said boss or manager. Or as another great leader in history, Winston Churchill said, "I no longer listen to what people say. I just watch what they do." So I want to show you a video clip that I think is quintessential, particularly in this industry. Because you got lots of people who tell you what they're going to do. I'm going to set the world up. I'm going to be the best person you've ever recruited. You can retire on me, baby. Heard that before, right? And some of you might have even said these words yourselves. So this guy, Art Williams, built one of the largest insurance companies in the world in direct selling, through direct selling. He was a former high school football coach. So came from nothing, not schooled or educated to be a leader. But he recruited 225,000 agents, was the #1 individual life insurance seller, more than Prudential and New York Life combined, who were the #2 and 3, and generated $93 billion in revenue. We're talking about trying to hit your first billion here, which is great. $93.5 billion worth of business they wrote for this insurance company. He was the CEO of the organization. This is a classic talk, few minutes. Check it out.
Do it and do it until the job gets done. And then they talk about how great it is to be somebody they're proud of. We need leaders in America who can do it. If you want to become somebody, do it. If you want to go in business for yourself, do it. If you want to become financially independent, do it. I hear too much talk in these United States. Everybody can talk a good game. We need people in America who can do it. I go all over this country with AOBs, and I have people say, "Art, you can count on me." Wonderful. Just do it. Art, I guarantee this is my last stop. I'm going to win now. Super duper. Just do it. Art, I just have one good month to get the ball going. I know I can make it big. Super. Just do it. Art, if I could just pay off this debt, I could really go. Great. Just do it. Art, if I could just sell my house. Do it. But houses ain't selling. Do it anyway. Art, I'm not making any money. What can I do? You just do it. Do what, Art? You do it, and do it, and do it. Art, I guarantee I'm going to win this contest. Super duper. Just do it. Art, I'm over the hump now. Watch my smoke. Great. Just do it. Art, I'm going to make it so bad I can taste it. What I do? You just do it. Art, I'm a vice president now. Can I quit doing it? No. Art, I don't know if I keep on keeping on. I'm really hurting what I do. You just do it. Do what, Art? You do it, and do it, and do it. Art, all my life I wanted to be somebody important. Well, what do it then? Art, I'm going to save money so I don't have to go through this again. Great. Just do it. Art, I don't feel like I've had enough training. What I do? You just do it. Art, my manager don't give me no help. What I do? You just do it. Art, you don't understand. I was Mr. Everything in my former company. You don't mean I have to start off down at the bottom and do it, do you? Yep, you really got to do it. Art, what's the primary difference between winners and losers? The winners do it. They do it, and do it, and do it, and do it, until the job gets done. And then they talk about how great it is to finally have achieved something unique, and how glad they are that they didn't quit like everybody else, and how wonderful it is to finally be somebody they're proud of and make a difference with their life. Thank you.
Hope you got the message. Just what? So what is the #1 quality of a leader? If you were to sort of break down all the different attributes that you wrote down there, what is the #1? In my view, the #1 quality of a leader is confidence. As a matter of fact, we even describe markets as markets of confidence. Consumers have lost